Hello Aquarians and cross watchers, welcome to your video. So I'm creating this video for you on January 10th 2025, but if you're ahead of the US, it's probably already January 11th 2025. So I want to welcome you to our channel, which is Aquarius by Aquarius, and I'm your host Colleen. I've already said my prayers, and I just want to be the first one to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here. If you hear any like watery noises in the background, that is my AC heat unit. It's very close to me, so that's the reason for that. Anyway, let's see if we can get some helpful, beneficial, to the point messages for you guys today. I post twice a day, all right, 2 fresh videos every single day, and I do not repost old videos. Okay, let's get into this. Show me what I can see for Aquarius. All right, something useful for Aquarius here. Wow, that's a good card. Anything else? Okay, I like that. This came out in the pre-shuffle, so I'm going to hold on to that. So the basis of this reading is balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay, full moon in Pisces, and then we have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio talks about diving deep. Okay, stuff that's under the surface. It might be time to release anything that's under the surface, emotion-wise, baggage that's been carried around for far too long. This is what I believe this is saying right here when it says your dreams need a practical plan. All right, this came out in the pre-shuffle. I do feel like it's necessary for some people to balance their spirituality, okay, have a plan, all right, and being practical about it. You can only do what you can do, and you can start with a plan. Maybe you don't have the whole plan. Maybe write down things that you want to achieve, to accomplish. That's the beginning of starting a plan. Keep in mind, these are general readings. Maybe some of you have a plan. Maybe some of you are already working your plan and you don't need it. Maybe somebody in your circle is making plans, and somehow you're going to play into that. They'll meet you. You'll meet them. That'll be a destined meeting, or maybe someone knows you. But it's time to release negativity, and I feel this is a good year for that. Being 2025, it's a year of endings and finality, and maybe there's just some stuff that's been carried around too long in the old trunk there. It's just time to kind of clean out the trunk, let it go, clean out the emotional closet, bring balance back into your world, all right? And creating a plan, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Your spiritual self, your physical self, and the people who are in your life currently, are they in your life in 5 years? I mean, maybe this is a good time to think about all of this. All right, let's pull 9 cards and see what wants to come out here. 9 cards. I want to thank everybody who shows up for the video. I want to thank everybody who's new, all the new subscribers, and I want to thank all the people who return every day to watch. I appreciate all of you so much. I really do. We have change. 8 of Worlds. 8 of Worlds talks about what are you focusing on at the moment. And what this is saying is something needs to change. Something needs to change. Something needs to be released. We got the negativity, we got make a plan, and we have balance your spirituality and practicality. So these are the areas of life that might be asking you to change this year. We have time, space, which is judgment. It's in the reverse, okay? We're going to clarify everything, but that is a major arcana, and it can talk about things, decisions, judgments that have been made. Okay, they've already happened. And if there's any regret, that would definitely talk about releasing negativity. Okay, if there's anything with that, we have strength. I think what it's trying to say is look at how the things you've gone through that have made you stronger. Maybe there's a Leo in the mix, okay? Maybe there's a Scorpio in the mix, but this is also Pluto energy, and we have the Sun energy. We have the Sage of Crystals, that's Gemini energy, and then we have the Seven of Crystals reverse and the Man of Wands, which is Leo, Aries, Sag energy. Man of Cups on the bottom, it's in the reverse, and Eight of Crystals. And for some of you, I'm just going to keep it real. You're going to be letting go of some relationship it didn't work out with, or a very painful relationship that left a deep pit in your heart, you know, a crater in your heart. It's finally time to release that, and that can be with anybody, but it's just someone that you loved, and it might just be time to release that. Maybe there's anger, maybe there's resentment, maybe there's like, I wish I never would have gotten involved with that person. But it could be a blockage in the spiritual life. It could be a blockage in your dreams. Something you want to accomplish. We got the Four of Crystals reverse, Two of Worlds reverse, and Three of Crystals reverse. This whole thing, I'm going to clarify it, but it's, you know, everything that it's saying is pretty much what these cards said. It's time to release. Four Crystals reverse. Not to linger in that energy, okay? There's been enough time without any movement in that. Especially if somebody thought about, if somebody's been sort of stressed out waiting on a return, it's, you know, there could be a return, but don't wait. You know what I mean? It's talking about making the decision to let yourself be healed completely. Let some of these emotions go. If it's meant to work out, especially if there's another person involved, you can still release it. You can forgive them. You can forgive yourself. But it's not asking for forgiveness here. It's talking about releasing negativity. Release negativity. Make a practical plan for your spiritual life, and make a practical plan for your dreams. All right? Tell me about that Eight of Worlds. Tell me about the Eight of Worlds. That has to do with your focus, and it says change. So I believe that you're going to be changing and shifting your focus. Tell me about that. The Creator. So I feel like you're going to be getting in tune with your higher self, with the divine energy, with a higher consciousness, okay, with Creator. Your spiritual life seems like it's going to change, all right? And I'm not here to pass along any of my spiritual beliefs. This is your life, your spiritual life. Maybe you have one, maybe you don't. Whatever you believe in is your free will to believe in. But it seems like there's going to be change in that area. And maybe even it's going to take some strength with the Strength card here to release some of this stuff, because some of this stuff is deeply buried with the Scorpio energy. Some of this stuff has left a crater in your heart. Some of this stuff have left resentment and bitterness because of maybe you've been hard on yourself because maybe you made a poor choice and you wasn't aware and you became aware of it later. I mean, that's maybe we were supposed to learn something with that, you know. Don't be hard on yourself. Tell me about time and space. You know, mistakes happen. We just turn them into happy little accidents, right? We make happy little trees out of accidents. Aloneness. Wow. We are the world is on the bottom, and this reminds us that we are all one collective consciousness, okay? We are all one collective consciousness. And those of you who are new, just know that when you hear me, I make mistakes in my grammar. I do it all the time. It's hopefully not a judgment of character. Hopefully you're not judging me, but it is what it is. And I'm perfectly fine with being who I am. We have time and space being clarified by morality, aloneness, and trust is in the reverse. And this talks about mistakes. Okay, mistakes. And if there is too much time being spent on mistakes, poor judgment or whatever. And now maybe there's a question of, I don't know if I trust myself. I don't know if I trust myself when it comes to new love. I don't know if I trust myself to make these decisions because, you know, in the past, I didn't see. But I feel like with the Strength card, what it's saying is to realize how it's made you strong. How you have, because I don't see that it's taken away any of your confidence. I see that it's given you strength. But maybe there's a lack of trust in yourself. If you will attract these kinds of energies again, whatever they were, relationships, whatever they were that hurt your heart. Tell me about the Sage of Crystals. That's the knower in this deck. But it's also the Knight of Swords, which is very fast energy. Yeah. The other thing, besides what you've learned, that it's made you stronger, not only has it made you stronger, you know, you see, we have Einstein with the glasses there. You're an Einstein in your own right, just because of everything you've gone through, every experience you've had has made you stronger, wiser, and you have very quick discernment when it comes to what's not meant for you or what is negative or toxic. This is the Devil card. And in this deck it says conditioning, because what has a hold on you is some sort of toxic attachment. In this case, it can be memories of the past. I've made mistakes in the past. I've drawn toxic energies toward me. Not quite sure if I'm out of that or if I will do it again. But it's saying here, look at it like this. Now you know. You can step forward freely. Okay, you can take that leap of faith. This is a card of Aquarius because you know so much now. And look at it as that. Because now you have learned so much. You're not going to fall for these. You're not going to have these setbacks and downfalls like before because you learned those lessons. You're not going to repeat them. That's why the Devil is in reverse. So here's the Seven of Crystals. That talks about sabotage. It talks about covert planning. Also talks about undetected. So let's see what it's trying to say, the Seven of Crystals. Most people take it as a deception card, but if you really look at the original depiction of the card, it's really somebody stealing 5 swords from the army base. 2 are left behind. So I can see how it can be seen as sneakiness, deceptiveness, stealing, but at the end of the day, it's also undetected. It's also a covert plan not to be caught. That's the heart of this. And I really feel like with trust and everything else, is like somebody's afraid to trust their own intuition. Someone's afraid to have a new beginning. Someone is almost maybe better to be alone than trust others because of all of this stuff that's happened. Because it comes down to the Seven of Crystals in the reverse. And for me, it means it's already happened. But we have change and we have projections. And this is important because if we are projecting the Seven of Crystals might happen again, maybe we're also sending that energy out to a new soulmate who might do that to us again because we haven't learned the lesson to trust ourselves. We haven't learned the lesson to let go of negativity. We haven't made a plan for our manifestation. You know, we've just said, oh, I want this, but, you know, writing it down, trying to do something every day toward that, to be on that frequency. This is like saying, what's being projected outward has already happened, okay? So you can project new images of your life to create positive change. And this is the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. I do feel the worst is behind you. I do feel you have learned so much through all of your experiences. I don't feel that you are going to project and send out a message to bring anybody from the past or anyone who was abusive from the past toward you, because you've learned. So you're not meant to learn that again. Tell me about Man of Wands in the reverse. Mind in reverse. And I think it's saying, just let go of that past, that negativity, that person. Maybe it's a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Because there's so much energy tied up with somebody from the past, okay? That's what this reading is showing. There's a lot of energy tied up with, it looks like a person from the past, and it's sort of robbing the future in a sense, because he who lives in the past or she who lives in the past can rob the future, because expecting that past to return or expecting a person to be like that, it also isn't fair to a new person who comes in, because maybe you have a wonderful, beautiful new person coming in, a soulmate, maybe a lover, a friend, someone who is worth trusting, but because somebody is hurt and created so much pain, there's that fear. What if I'm making another mistake like I did in the past? But it's saying here that you're not. It's saying that you've learned, and because of that you've became stronger and your discernment is much faster. Tell me about the 4 crystals in the reverse. Intensity. I feel like this is the energy of holding back. We have intensity reverse, and we have the miser. It's holding back. You see, this is withholding. 4 of crystals is in the reverse, which the 4 of crystals is like, in the upright, it is really no movement. But I do feel that there is somebody that you're going to have to make a decision about, either someone currently in your life or someone who's coming into your life. And I think that there's going to be a little bit of fear that you could get hurt by this person, okay? And I really feel like this reading is saying, give the person a chance. Don't make this person pay for the mistakes of someone else. And that is where it's going to cause for you to let go of that whatever this is, negativity, anger, resentment, hurt, fear. Those are all negative emotions. Tell me about the 2 of Worlds in the reverse. Comparison landed on the Devil. That's right. When you make your decision on somebody entering your life, please don't compare them to someone else, is what this is saying, without the please. It's just saying 2 of Worlds in the reverse. When you make your decision, this card says comparison. Don't compare them to a toxic person or cycle in your life. Please don't do that, because you might be robbing yourself of a great connection. And actually that's what this reading is saying. So I do feel like you have a wonderful person coming in. What role they're going to play in your life, I don't know. They could be a spiritual teacher, because it does say make a plan for your spiritual life. It could be a spiritual person coming into your world, a best friend, a lover. They're all soulmates. It could be a forever person, but it's saying don't compare them to the past person. Tell me about the 3 of crystals in the reverse. And that talks about being in a healed state of mind, not making decisions from the pain body, okay? And it landed on the Devil again. Tuning in, and we have the 3 of crystals, which all the crystals are mind energy, and it's really saying, you know, this is the energy to try to tune in, because your whole spirit team is talking to you. You might not hear it, especially if your mind is too noisy, or especially if you're busy with thinking about comparing how this could go the wrong way. You know, try to have the most best, highest positive expectations and realize the possibilities right here. And that's on the bottom deck. See things from a higher perspective, like that eagle, and then you will see the possibilities. But somebody needs to let go of the negativity and the hurt from the past, a past person, because all it's doing is it's creating this heavy burden. It's suppressing. So let's close out with an oracle card. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. I want to thank everyone who showed up. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your love and support. Show me what I need to see to close out. Regain your focus. Everything here says your dreams need a plan. Your spiritual life needs practicality. Release negativity. It's time to refocus here. It says trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. And that's what it's here. This is a card that says stay grounded, but it was in the reverse. This has to do with the thoughts, okay? The 3 and the 4 of Swords have a lot to do with where your thoughts are going. So don't let the negative thoughts distract you is the biggest takeaway from this. Don't compare a new person, a future person, to some energy or person from the past. Those are the biggest takeaways from this reading. Anyway, guys, I love you and thank you for tuning in. Namaste, my friends.